What's up, everybody? It's Cool Trainer Alex here. Today I'm taking a look at the Mortal Kombat games that were ported to DOS, which I didn't even know existed until recently. I came across them during a GOG sale. They're like less than $1 each, so I thought I'd pick them up. With all the hype surrounding the new Mortal Kombat movie and everything, I thought it'd be a good time to go back and check out these obscure ports. One thing about it, though, I don't want to try to use a keyboard to play a fighting game, so the first thing we need to do is map the keys to a controller. So a short little tutorial here for anybody that wants to learn how to map a controller using DOSbox. I remember mapping a controller on DOS back in the day was kind of a pain. You had to go into the notepad and change code and the text and stuff, and with the new virtual machine of DOSbox, to kind of make it more simpler for you. So the first thing you want to do to bring up this menu here, you're going to hold Control and hit F1. And that brings up your menu here. We want to map the keys. I'm going to click on Mapper. Okay. And then, of course, you have to know what the keyboard controls do in the game. Refer to the instruction manual, But as far as that goes, I know that on Mortal Kombat, up, down, left, right is S, X, Z, and C respectively. So I'm going to map those controls first. The first one I'm going to do is S, so I'll go up here to the keyboard on screen, click the S, and then I'll go down here and click Add. Okay, and then I'm going to hit up on the control pad. I'm going to do the same thing with X, hit X, add, and then hit down, Z, add, left, C, add, right. And now our arrow keys are mapped to the control pad. Next thing I'm going to do is the punch and kick buttons. So high punch is U. I'm going to click on the U. I want to map that to square. I'm going to hit add and then hit square. Low kick is M. I want to map low kick to circle. M, hit add, hit circle. Low punch, N. I want to add that to cross. Add, hit cross, and so on and so forth. That should, I'll do it for every single one of these keys I want to map. I'll usually put F1 to start and F10 to select, because those keys usually function like that in DOS, although that's not always true. Find what works for you. Maybe my particular setup doesn't work for you, but at least now you know how to map keys on DOSbox. That concludes this DOSbox tutorial. I know some people do play fighting games with keyboards. I couldn't imagine trying to. Got a map to a PlayStation Classic controller. It looks like it's picked Scorpion for me. That's fine. Classic match to start out with. There's not really much to the gameplay of the first Mortal Kombat, is there? It's just kind of mash buttons and avoid the opponent's buttons, try to block them. Pull off those special moves as fast as you can. Moving on to Mortal Kombat 2 for DOS. I'd say the first thing that stands out to me here is that music. Doesn't seem like they tried too hard. It seems like they really just tried to convert the arcade music to MIDI, and it didn't work out too well. At least the home ports, the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis ports, they kind of was more moody and stylized, and the music overall was darker. The music throughout this whole port of what I've played so far is just absolutely terrible. Just for reference, this is what I'm used to the intro to Mortal Kombat 2 looking and sounding.
You weak, pathetic fool. All too easy.
So, I think I'm going to pick Melina. I think I remember all her moves. Oh, here she comes. Fatality. On to Mortal Kombat 3. And yeah, if you decide to play this is the first screen that pops up. I would advise hitting the escape key and not letting it map the joypad for you, because it doesn't seem to do a very good job. What you should do is map the controls manually like I showed you earlier in the video. For whom the bell tolls. It's beckoning to you at the bowling alley and skating rink. So right off top, the first thing you're going to notice is how much better the music is than the Mortal Kombat 2 one. Like, wow. It's not just better quality, it's actually pretty cool. I mean, check out those kicking 90s jams. Just in your face. Extreme, man. Well, let's have a go at it then. We'll go with Sub-Zero.
So choose your destiny.
Pick Novice because I suck at video games.
Outstanding. Round 1, fight.
So yeah, it like controls beautifully. Like the button response, I don't notice any latency. Seems to like run at full speed, which I can't say about the Mortal Kombat 2 port. And once again, the music is just kicking. Love it.
Sub-Zero wins. Round 2, fight.
This church stage is cool too. Like, who made that Mortal Kombat dragon stained glass, like, and put it in a church? I love it. I tried.
Wins.
I was trying to do is like what's it called?
Round
Animality.
fight.
Almost called it a bestiality. That's no good.
Well done. Well done. Shang Tsung wins.
Yeah, that's it for Mortal Kombat games on DOS. I just wanted to take a quick look at them, see how they like differ from like the ports that I'm used to. I thought it would be interesting, especially now that Mortal Kombat's kind of trending. I think a lot of people have like renewed interests in the series and stuff, and it was definitely a real fun one for me when I was a kid. Like the playground and lunchroom conversations always centered around Mortal Kombat in the mid '90s. Man, we'd come into school with the pages full of written codes, and the same rumors would go around in every school all around the world long before the internet. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. I wanted to fit Mortal Kombat 4 in here too, but it actually wasn't programmed in DOS, and I had a little bit of trouble capturing the footage without going the long way around without a capture card. So I think I might do that on a separate video later. But if you watch the whole video, thanks for sticking around. You know, I'm just playing games, hanging out. I hope to improve the quality of the work going forward. So subscribe. Join me on the journey. Till next time.